Welcome back to day 2. Today is going to be the sacral chakra, which is usually depicted by the color orange. So I have all my sacral chakra crystals, not too many, and I have my sacral chakra tuning fork. So today in our sacral chakra video, we're going to be focused on self-esteem, which is kind of a beginner concept. Having positive emotions about yourself, about the way you look, about the way you are as a person. So that has a lot to do with self-esteem, your emotions surrounding yourself, and emotions is specifically dealing with the sacral chakra, emotions, sexuality, and creativity. So those are the 3 main points or themes that lies in your energy center of the sacral chakra. And we're going to be focused on, so I said self-esteem. We're going to be focused on, what was the middle thing? I know the last thing I want to do is kind of like a advanced topic. I want us to be comfortable in our sexuality. So a lot of us tend to go from one extreme to the other. And that's because, we either see one extreme or the other and it kind of sways us. It's not very often do we see someone with a balanced sacral chakra. And that does look like showing off your body. It does look like being seductive and sexy. But what it does not look like is using that seduction for manipulation. What it does not look like is using seduction to make money. What it does not look like is other people objectifying us for our sexuality or being judged for our sexuality. And I'm not going into the LGBTQ. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about us as a sexual being. The feelings that we have regarding sexuality. It's within us. It's within a lot of animals. It's there for reproductive purposes. But in our purpose on the higher side of it, it's very much so connected to our creativity. We very much so need to embrace who we are as sexual beings. That is very much so like a higher concept to kind of get. And then the middle concept was, give me a second. No, what was it? The middle concept was creativity. I basically listed it when I was talking about the 3 main things. Self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, sexuality, and creativity. So the middle thing is going to be creativity. So you want to build your creativity. You want to be able to express yourself in a way that is free, authentic. Creativity is literally being able to think outside the box. That is, the sacral chakra is kind of like a feminine chakra. So creation, creativity, that's why it's so intertwined with the sacral chakra. Men, masculines and feminines alike, both can participate in all 3 of these, beginners to experts. Okay, so let's begin by kind of clearing out your sacral energy. I'm sure there's a lot there. This society is stuck in the lower 3 chakras, so we mostly revolve around the lower 3 chakras. Is very toxic in the lower 3 chakras in this society. There's a lot of homelessness, a lot of people who don't have the basic necessities, right? They tell us that the world resources are finite, right? But that's not true. And then same thing with the sacral chakra. There's a bunch of sex working. There's a bunch of just debauchery and just a lot of violation when it comes to the sacral chakra and people's sexuality. People are not creative nowadays because of things like, not even the internet, just things like us not being able to be connected within ourselves. And then like the solar plexus, like the motivation, the self-esteem, the respect. There are people either on one side or the other. Either, you know, they're the oppressed who have a really low, really challenging, really traumatized solar plexus because of the things they went through with oppression. And then you have the other side. You have oppressors which have this ego manifest in the solar plexus that doesn't match who they are. So they're walking around with a self-image that is false. So it's the same on both sides. One self-image is too low, way too low, and one self-image is way too damn high. Balance, baby, balance. So those are the main things in this world. So that's the reason why this is very, very important, these lower 3 chakras, because it's so let's get into it. Let's clear it out. There's a lot of trauma. That's why I was saying it's a lot of trauma. That's why I want to start off not with the crystals or anything like I did with the root. Let's just start off by clearing out the sacral chakra. Let's clear out any partners, any energy any partners may have left. Let's clear out societal energies, societal imprints, you know, what they have to say about a woman's body, what they have to say about a man's body, because we are both objectified alike. So hopefully you can hear that. Sacral. Okay, I want you guys to take a deep breath with me. I have Dalmatian jasper, which is great for the sacral chakra. And then I have Mookaite jasper. For some reason, one of my other videos, I could not think of the name. It's Mookaite jasper if you've seen my other one. This is great for the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus chakras, your lower 3 chakras. So these are the 2 that I'm going to be using today. And I'm glad that they are spheres, because spheres, the thing about the geometry of spheres is that energetically it pushes energy in all directions, right? So that's what we really need from my sacral chakra. We need to push the energy down, we need to push the energy up, we need to push the energy out, right? That'll help a lot with our creativity and with our self-esteem as well. Yeah, so some of you may find that your creativity and your sexuality is actually very much so intertwined. So if you are feeling the hots, I'll say, you are creative as well. Or if you're creative, you tend to feel, and if you feel good about yourself, you feel the hots. Do some sacral chakra work, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. You're like, oh damn, I'm a teenager again. Yeah, it's how it's always supposed to be. Okay, let me start. Five, 5, 5. There's a lot of change that's coming, that is here. You should just focus on positive thoughts about yourself. Focus There are bees all around. I'm loving it. Eleven, 11. So next is going to be creativity. Fifteen, 15. Ah, it bit me! Guys, I got a little friend and he bit me. I don't appreciate him biting me. It's a It's a caterpillar, and I love caterpillars because they turned into my favorite butterflies. I was gonna let him crawl on me, but he bit me. I think it's a love bite. A sign that nature is loving my energy, because it's been a bunch of bees. Yes, I think of it as my energy is so good that they can't tell whether it's food or not. Ouch. Thought I lost it's a small crystal. Let me put this up for a second. Okay. So this last one is going to be focused on embracing yourself as a sexual being. You have feelings. It's okay. Pleasure is okay. And not only is it okay, it's intended. Okay? Do not be ashamed. Do not let anyone misuse or abuse your sexuality. It is very sacred. It is a very sacred and powerful energy. You can use it in your best interest. Throw on your seduction to magnetize yourself. Don't use physical acts to get ahead, though. It's a very fine line between being seductive and magnetizing and being seductive and like a Jezebel manipulative spirit. It is a very thin line, and it's all about intentions. It's really the same thing, but it's all about intentions. Are you trying to impinge upon someone's free will, or are you trying to boost up your own energy? So two, 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 two.